Everybody, it's Annette from the Art of Intuition. Today we're going to talk about why the human can't be happy. And this is a question that comes up a lot, especially when you're talking about the difference between being happy as a human and aligning your life on a soul level and being happy on a soul level. So, why can't the human be happy? If I said it was a scientific impossibility for the human to be happy, most people would say that didn't make any sense. On a linear level, maybe it doesn't make any sense. But if you think of it scientifically, that the carbon-based body of the human, which is where we all start, then our body kind of starts to shift as we embody in more of our soul. Our carbon-based body, a lot of people will say that's a 3D level of consciousness. It's just a level of consciousness. It's not a lower or higher, that's just a level of consciousness, right? You're in a 3D level of consciousness. If you're living out from the ego, you're living from those aspects. Well, those frequencies of that carbon-based body that's housing all of that programming has a frequency in the threes. It's a good way to kind of remember when you're looking at different frequencies, and when we talk about frequencies, what it means. The carbon-based body is in the threes. Now, emotions like compassion, love, joy, bliss, all those have a higher frequency. They're all like 4, 5, 6 and up. I mean, there are books that lay it all out, if you want to look at it scientifically, the frequencies of those emotions. They're way higher than the carbon-based body. So I've talked before about embodying in higher aspects and how we can't hold them. Like we can touch the consciousness, but we have to embody them and hold the consciousness and then clear out what's not that consciousness, and that way we can hold them. Those emotions are the same thing. We can't hold those emotions. We can touch those emotions. We'll all have those times when we were living our human life, and that just means we're living completely from our human programming, our ego programming. There's no judgment in it. We all start somewhere, and we all start there. That's what we were here to start from. So we all start there. When you're living from those programs, when you're living that human life, you have moments where you remember being really happy. Not, oh, I got a car kind of happy, but those moments of pure joy and bliss, whether it be when you're holding a baby for the first time, whether you're holding a puppy, the first time you felt real compassion for a person. And we all know these moments. The first time we saw the ocean, it doesn't even matter what it was for you, but I'm sure everyone remembers something. And we remember it because it was an anomaly in our everyday life. We escaped our everyday human life to get to those spots. We had to remove ourselves and go on a vacation. We had to take time away from certain things to hit those spots. Because when we're in our everyday life, we can't hold those spots. They're a glitch in the matrix, an anomaly in the program. They're a rounding error to our human programming. They're not supposed to exist there. That's why we can't hold them. When you look back upon your human life, once you've transcended a lot of that programming where you can embody in higher frequencies and embody in those joy, bliss, happiness frequencies all the time, you start to see the difference. You would touch those places. It would be something you planned for. But there's something in our human programming that tells us if I just keep living my human life, that's the reward at the end. But that's not the reward at the end, because you can't hold it. It's there to show you there's something else. It's almost another reality bleeding through. We've talked a lot about realities bleeding through because there's no closed systems. Your higher aspects are going to bleed through, and they're going to bring through those higher frequency emotions. But as a human, we're not meant to hold them. That's why you can't hold them. That's why you're always going kind of outside looking for them. Something to trigger those emotions, trigger them inside of you. Every time I hear someone say they're going to go do something, oh, it's something to look forward to, I'm going to go on a vacation, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, they're looking to find that feeling again because it's not part of their everyday life. That's why when I say the human can never be happy, it can't hold a frequency when your body is setting in the 300s and you're trying to hold frequencies of 500 and above. You can't hold them. You can touch them, because if we never feel them, we never know what that is. We never know what that feeling is. So we have to be able to touch them to see what it is. So I wanted to kind of explain that, because I've had some people ask me on a couple of videos I've posted lately about those types of things and the difference between being human happy and being soul happy. We know when we have those moments of just bliss. Sometimes it's nothing, no reason at all, we just get that feeling. But you can't sustain it when you're living primarily from ego, which is where we all start at. So hopefully that scientifically, I got scientific today. Hope that is assisting for whoever that could assist. It's a play on words, I think. And keep practicing the art of intuition.